loves. So today's video is going to be some oracle card readings along with angelic readings. Mostly angelic readings, and I'll be pulling from my oracle cards. However, before jumping off, I wanted to give some quick updates, and then we'll get into the reading. So if you don't like the reading stuff, then I'll probably go ahead, if I do the video this way, we'll see when I edit it, then we'll probably go ahead and put the intro video before I start the readings. But I wanted to give y'all some updates, and I wanted to show y'all my hair. I'm still putting that stuff in my hair, and I'm fixing to get in the shower. I just took it down, and I love how it's got that wavy, natural, like wavy type, look and everything. So after my shower and everything, you're going to see me come back, and I'm going to have braids again in my hair. But I just wanted to share this real quick with y'all because I love it. I love how it does that. And then whenever, I do fix my hair and everything, then I'll be able to, hey, baby, I love you too. And then I'll be able to, I know I'm going to get in the shower. Okay, hang on. Yes, Mama's going to get cleans. Yes, that's what Mama's going to do. All right, so he's waiting at the door for me to do that. I got to hurry up because he already drank his juice. I got to drink my juice. And then I got to hurry up and get in the shower. And then that's when I'm going to come back, like I said, and do the cards. What it's going to be is it's going to have like a message. And I might do it differently because it'll be a message. It'll be what archangel or angel. And it'll be the angel numbers as well. That could be like maybe signs, synchronicity, whatever you want to call it. For confirming, maybe working with, like, let's say, you're trying to do something or whatever, and then you see that angel number with the reading that you felt was for you, and then you see that number. It could be a sign that, okay, something's about to happen that's on cue for your guidance, or pay attention, be ready, whatever the reason is. I'll explain more then. So I'm thinking, because I can't really just pull a bunch, so I might do just one reading each. I'm having weird stuff happening lately. Last night there was, I don't know if y'all heard that loud ting, but something like hit the wall back here behind me. I don't know if it picked it up on camera or not, but that'd be cool if it did. But I heard it. And so just kind of looking to see to make sure that nothing that I would have done would have caused that. Anyway, so last night it was weird. It was like this loud, like, how like if something's falling or something, it has like a specific sound and it has a specific speed. Well, last night it was almost as if something was falling at a very slow pace and like a lot, but like together. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's also, again, pertaining to the area that I had cleansed at, not this location. Now, I did do a spirit box recently, but it's not pertaining to that. If it was pertaining to that, trust me, I would know. I'd be telling you all about it right now. So the activity kicking up and everything again, and then from what I'm understanding of the location, what I'm gathering, it's still continuing. It's better in certain areas, I noticed, but the other areas that it's like lingering and staying at, it's like not leaving. And so I can tell that it's still doing some emotional, type things, but it definitely can do physical things. Like that's exactly what happened to why I got the injury on my foot from my blender here, is because, and that was the first night that I had ever used it. Like we had just got them in, my first time to put our naturally recovering autism stuff in there. And I was cleaning it. And so I just thought, okay, it's just a very powerful device. But I didn't realize that I for sure, once I slowed everything down, because I had, had to use this a few days afterwards and stuff. I mean, I've been using it since, but at that time. So I'm trying to break everything down. And so I realized it's not the device because I had to retest it. I even tested it on the video too. And even times after that. And I'm like, it's not that. And so whatever this thing is very physical, and it definitely causes harm for sure. It's definitely out for, how do you say it without policies and this, that, and the other. What goes through our veins, basically, it's out for that type of stuff. And because for some reason that's what like helps to feed it. I've encountered some of those type of things anyway. More on them sometime. But yeah, so basically, and the person didn't realize and was also used to do that when like I said, I can't talk about too much of it. Used to do that kind of stuff, not intentionally. Trust me, there's nothing weird going on. It's just anyway. So we'll leave it as that. Yeah. So I don't know if anything else weird's going to happen or what, but I'm being very cautious and mindful if I can, trying to be alert of what's going on. And so that's pretty much what's going on. Um, so we'll pretty much see. So, like I said, I will pull one card each because it's three separate ones. Like I said, it'll be a message. Trying to get it where you can kind of see it. It'll be a message. It will be an archangel with a message. And it will be angel numbers with a message, along with from my personal deck that I created, that I do sell in my Etsy shop. So, all right. I'm trying to think. I said updates because I want to update y'all too before all that. Okay, so before I forget, because we're already 6 minutes in, so I'm gonna try to hurry this up. What were some of the updates? Let me pause it and think on this for a second. I was going to use this kind of like as my personal note, because it helps me to kind of remember some things and be like, oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. I wanted to mainly talk about because I got a lot of videos coming up and that I'm creating and making. I think there's either going to be part 3 and part 4 possibly, or just part 3, up to part 3 or up to part 4 for the snow. The spirit box session, I'm still working on that as well. That I'm not quite sure how many sessions or how many in parts that's going to be. I got the first one out for that, and I got the for the spirit box. I got the first one out for the snow. I got some of the snow worked on, and then I got some of the spirit box worked on. There was something else though that I'm going to be doing in between. Okay, that's what it was. I'm going to be doing some podcasts as well. So I got a lot that I'm trying to juggle. And so you're probably going to see different random things pop up. Not random, but like, in other words, instead of being part 1 of snow, part 2 snow, part 3 snow, it might be part 1 snow, part 2 spirit box, the stuff that I'm fixing to be talking about. It might be just in random, but I'm going to try to, at the end, put, if I can remember, I'll have to get on the computer, put the, oh my gosh, where you can select the videos and everything, put it on that section is what I'm going to try to do, or in the description, or a pinned comment in the description, so you can click on it and go right to it, basically, when the video's ending. And so, but I have all of that I'm doing, and let me see, what was the main one? So, spirit boxes, snows, there's different topics that I'm going to be mentioning. And the reason why I'm doing this is because for me, I see aspects in it that maybe more mindfulness, more awareness can be put into. Maybe more thinking, more trying to fit more into today's society, I guess you would say, with these beliefs that's kind of trending right now. Like, there's Christians that are trending this men dominating women thing still, that's quite frankly outdated, because both need to work together, not apart, and have one person do more than the other. It's just unbalancing, and I'll go more into detail about it then. It's just scary because I remember being young, and I remember being influenced, in things. And so, like, I could see where a lot of these poor women that are, maybe their first love, their first crush or whatever. And they're being misled that like they're supposed to obey men and things like that. And I'm not doing this in a rebellion fashion where it's just like women rule. No, I'm not doing any of that because again, that's unbalanced. I'm here for compassion, understanding, love, nurturing, things like that. I think, like I said, it's more of a balancing thing. Just a quick example. So let's say the woman has to work and the man just got laid off or whatever, that both of them usually work. Well, obviously the woman's going to have to continue working because they got to have some sort of income while the man, is trying to get him his own income. So let's say they have kids or whatever. Well, he's going to have to kind of do, a lot more of the housework type of things and taking care of the kids and preparing meals and, things like that because it's teamwork. It's nothing to deal with, things will just go and flow if you just listen to the man and blah, 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 blah. If you work together in these scenarios with what's going on, with what you're faced with, you have to deal with what is going on at that moment. And so what is the best options? What's the best solutions? What can you do together as teamwork? And the way that I take that these men are, trying to do this dominating role thing, it's a form of control, basically, that they haven't learned to step out of there's different names. It's called like human ego, 3D, whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to do any kind of triggers. I'm just trying to name what we associate things with labels and things like that. So I'm having to speak in a certain way. And so basically, when they have that frame of mind, when things go wrong and this, that, and the other, it's like they explode and they just don't realize they're basically forming themselves to be ticking time bombs. When you do teamwork together and you work actually together, things will go way smoothly, compared to like each day is different. So, the female might be busy that day or whatever. Maybe the male has to cook that day. Okay. Maybe the next day the male's going to be busy and the female needs to cook. That helps each other out, don't it? You just got to work together and not do, I'm going to make this person overwork, cook, clean, this, that, and the other, and stick all these chores that when it's both, because you're both living in the same area, you need to help one another out, not demand control and tell, each other what to do. And same thing with women. It goes both ways. We can be controlling and all of that too. And so when we realize that we have free wills and when we realize that there's a thing called compassion, teamwork, understanding, working together, this, that, and the other, things will go smoother. So I'm going to be talking about that, but also the fact that it breaks my heart personally because everybody, not everybody, but a lot of different beliefs, whether it's religion, spirituality, whatever name you want to put on it. Majority, not all, but majority do teach love. Like love everybody, love yourself, love everybody, blah, blah, blah. Well, how can you do that if some of the practices are basically saying like, love yourself and, let's say the religion way. Love yourself and love God only. And if somebody falls off the path or whatever, then, they're misled. And I guess they think that they're being, I don't know, like misled and guided in the wrong directions or whatever. And that they're supposed to just do away with them. Like that's not their brother or sister anymore. And it's like, but that's just not the reality because it's like really, like, why are we turning our backs on anybody? Why are we constantly keeping this division going? Why are we still dividing one another? Aren't we here for one another? Ain't there a thing called humanitarian? Why are we not practicing that? Why are we not practicing what I love and what I'm calling more of? is human enlightenment, because instead of spiritual enlightenment, where you're focusing on a spiritual religion, whatever, something, whatever you believe in, and putting it with, human ways that we live, or whatever you want to call it. Instead of that, it's more of a compassionate, working to be more mindful, things like that as a human being. And it's like a form of working on ascension and bettering yourself, basically. While you're bettering yourself, you're trying to help better others around you. And so I love that type of stuff. But it breaks my heart when I have to hear things that is like, no, I only care about people that believe in my belief. That's it. That's the final word, this, that, and the other. And it's like, how can you do that? Because I understand that we have choices and free wills and this and that and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But if we're not going to be here to help one another, are we going to continue to go down this path of division, being divided, being separated, fighting, turmoil, chaos? I mean, ain't that demonic? I mean, people want to sit there and preach about how, that we need to come together and this, that, and the other, like pretty much what I'm talking about. But then they want to sit there and be like, yeah, but I'm going to be picky and I'm choosing this and I'm choosing that. And I'm building up my boundaries and I'm blocking this out and I'm blocking that out. And I have a right to do so because it's my path, and it's like, okay, but you do realize you're keeping it separated. That's not humanitarian. And basically you're feeding the realms that you don't want, that is preached about, that, and then not only that, though, it's way overused with the words of, what is it? I rebuke you, demons and devils. And it's like, it's constantly being said. And it's like, you realize the words and everything you use manifest. There's energies, there's things that's happening, and you're constantly keeping that stuff around, and you're actually feeding it and being a part of it. Because if you can't lend your helping hand to someone in need that has a different belief or different whatever it is than you, what good are we going to do for one another? Like I said, that's literally separating still. That's dividing. That's keeping us separate. We're not working towards unity, working towards ascension, working towards love, light. That's when you do that together, that's what you do. But when you keep separating it, that's the opposite. And that's what's attracting the opposite. And people don't realize that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I'm going to go more on about that sometime. But right now, like I said, I need to hurry up. Got to get in the shower. And then I'm going to be coming back and I will be pulling the cards and all of that as well. So I think I pretty much said the updates as far as the videos. So be on the lookout. Like I said, there's going to be tons of different types of videos that I'm making. That's like something else comes up and another thing comes up and another thing comes up. And I'm like, man, yeah, that would be a good topic. Yeah, that's good too. And then the snow just pretty much came out of nowhere. Like they were just like, oh, you see snow and stuff. And I'm like, because we don't get it down here. And I had a funny feeling that was going to happen, but yeah, so it ended up happening. And so it was a lot of snow. I think honestly, that's the most snow that we've ever gotten down here ever, period. And so, cause even growing up, the 3 times that I've seen it in my life down here, it was never that much. When I was a kid, it was coming down, but it was like not even covering the ground. You couldn't even make a snowman or anything like that. And it pretty much melted, which was so upsetting to me because I always dreamed about snow and I love snow and, this, that, and the other. And then, and I wanted to go and play out in it, but I'm like, man, if I had people with me, I would have, but I just didn't want to take any kind of chances that if I fell or, cause I'm by myself and my son can't call 911 or anything. So, I was like, oh, I better stay in. I did walk it a little bit, as you can see on the video, to help feed the birds. So I was going as cautious as I could and everything. And luckily, I had the phone in case if I did have an accident and was able to be conscious enough, then I would have been able to do that. But yeah, so I'm trying to be more mindful and more careful of these scenarios while I'm, by myself, or that I'm by myself with my son. For me, I've never really cared. I've just always just did. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but the older that I'm getting, the more that I'm constantly thinking of things, and I'm like, and I don't want to, isolate and scare myself and then create something to happen, either. So I'm just being mindful that, okay, this is the scenario that I'm in, and so just be mindful, because I don't want to create nothing, and I don't want to not care either. I'm trying to find that balance, in other words, and so I think I found the balance. But yeah, so if I ever get a chance in the snow again and I'm around people, I'm definitely going to go all out. And I should hopefully be in shape by then, because I'm finally starting to work, finally, like I've been wanting to do. I'm trying to get my health under control and everything again. And so I'll be working out. I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff. Like how I said, I'm trying to get my hair and everything right now. Same thing with my face. Like, I'm still pretty dry. Like, even my hands are like horribly dry. You can't tell right now, but I'm constantly having to put lotion on. So I need to just focus and sit down. Like, I'm going to have to start taking time, setting an alarm, whatever I got to do, and be like, okay, it's water time. And so, I just got to be more mindful of things. And that's what I'm trying to do. So maybe me talking about this, maybe that's something that you're going through as well. And if you are, let me know what you're going through. And I'd like to hear that as well. And what it is that you're doing to work on it, work with it, and overcome, or however you want to, write about it. But yeah, so like I said, I'll have all these different types of videos coming out. And some music videos as well. But I'm trying to keep them on with the video right now with the snow video. I made a few more songs, and eventually I'm going to get to the point where I'll sing them. We'll have some sort of, that's going to take time, because I'm not a songwriter. I'm not, I have been writing the lyrics more. I have been trying to, like, I'll try to figure out, like, you got to figure it all out. You got to listen to the song probably about 1,000 times. I could tell, because I listened to some not lyrics, but to some beats. And I'm like, okay, if I write some lyrics and stuff, how am I going to do this? So I kind of sat there by myself and tried. And then it was funny when I looked it up later, the guy was doing the same thing. He was like, playing it over and over and over, and then just kind of, get to the, and I'm like, that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing it right, and like, it was just like natural to me. And I've never done this before, but yeah, so I was like, okay, that's gonna be pretty cool. So I think I got this. But as far as going to be able to create it and everything, it's going to take some time, but we'll get there. I mean, it might even take a year or whatever, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And I can't wait to try it. And I can't wait to really, especially create with my own instruments and all of that as well, because that way I can say, y'all can kiss my butt, because I created all the music. I created the lyrics. I created everything. So don't tell me that it is copywritten, and because it's my stuff. But I hear also even people that do their own thing, I hear they still have complications with that too. So it's like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. But anyway, all right. So I will be back. You'll probably see me with braided hair. Eventually, I'm going to have makeup on. It's just taking time to get there, but we're going to get there. Like I said a million times, you'll get used to me. I'm snail pace. I am beyond snail pace. It gets done. It's just ultra slower than snail pace, because like I said, I'm by myself doing everything. And especially soon, spring's going to be coming up. That's going to be time consuming. The yard's going to keep my attention out there if I want to keep up with it. So, but the problem is I got to hurry up before it does get hot, and I got to hurry up and get out in the backyard. Now that my foot's finally healed, it's still kind of like dry on the outside, still a little scabby, but it's pretty much healed. I'm just got to keep, lotion and stuff on. But it shouldn't rip open or anything like that now. And now the issue is it's wet. So if I just got to go playing in mud and put freaking footprints all up in the yard and everything, and then just come behind on a drier day and try to fix it, then so be it. But I've got to get out there, like I said before, it gets crazy, and you're not able to do any kind of work. And maybe I'll be able to get some of the seeds that I've been growing in here out there instead of putting them in different, bigger pots. Maybe I can do that. I don't know. But I just, again, using intuition and everything. And it feels like at the moment. I think so. Because this might have been the last very, very cold. Maybe we'll get some cold, but I don't think we'll get like snow again and that cold and all of that at the moment. Because anything can change. Like I'll literally sense this, and then like maybe 2 days later, all of a sudden it's like, something feels weird. What's going on? And so, but I have learned to trust when to do things. But I am sensing that I need to get outside soon. So that's going to be a good thing. But that means probably also that I only have so much time as well to get the stuff done before it gets too hot. And then I got to finish. I'm trying to get my course stuff written so I can get on my books. And so my course is turned into books or ebooks, probably. Anything that's the cheapest way right now until things get a little more stable or whatever. And then, maybe in time I'll create it into books, which I would prefer to do. But we'll see how everything goes. I'll see how much books are and this, that, and the other and what's going on by then. But like I said, it might start out in ebooks. I don't know. But anyways, so that's what I think I'm going to do, because you got to pay monthly or yearly for keeping your courses on these websites and stuff. And not everybody's just going to be, wanting to buy courses and stuff. And then a lot of people prefer books. And so it's kind of like I'm trying to weigh everything out. Like, what would people want? Maybe ebook or book or, and so they might prefer that over going on to, me trying to afford out of my pocket monthly and yearly to keep these websites going. So, because I'm fixing to have to shut some of them down probably or figure things out or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out along the way. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. And a lot of people, it seems like, especially with how majority of the people are living in survival mode these days because they're not able to afford much. Ebooks and books are the cheapest and best way to go versus courses and stuff to try to keep it going. So that's what I think that I'm going to do. And it just kind of in a way feels more right. I do love the idea of the website and everything, and people can comment and this, that, and the other. So the only thing I can think of to do, because a lot of people need that mentoring and all of that, and that's why I was trying to have them on the websites. But I'm at the point now where hopefully either people can do Discord or Facebook, because I prefer the Facebook group. So that way they can get more mentoring or whatever that they want. So I don't know. We'll see. I got to figure all that out. But anyway, I'll just keep rambling on, and I don't mean to. And that's just how things go with me. But yeah, so I did pretty much what I needed to do. I'm going to come back now. We'll do some cards, and then we'll go from there. And I've totally forgot about this. And I was just like, when I first got the deck, I was like, how am I going to do it? But then today I looked at the deck and I was like, oh, I forgot about them. And then I was like, cool, I need to pull. And then I pulled the cards out and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then it just like clearly hit me, like, do the message, do what archangel or angel, and do the angel number. And then it's like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why don't I do it that way? And then when I looked at the instructions afterwards, then that's what it said. You can work with them separate, put it all together, blah, 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 And I was just like, for right now, it feels better to do it with the message, with the angel or archangel, and the angel number. The angel number, like I said, could be like your sign, your synchronicity of when to pay attention, to look out for what it is that your guidance is, or your what's going to be confirming for you, or I'll be explaining that. Anyways, I'll be right back. I better get this done.
Hi, hello. Since you're watching this video, are you a human or a bot? If you could, please be kind and let me know you're a human by liking my video, maybe a comment, or even sharing my videos. Can you show YouTube activity to keep my channel active? That's if you like my content and want more of it. My channel, among others, can vanish into a black hole, never to be seen again if you would like. If that's what you prefer, you can continue to watch without liking, subscribing, or commenting. And your wish to vanish our channels is granted. YouTube will make sure of that and grant your wish. Or if you want to help me and creators you love, Please share your love and support by liking, commenting, being subscribed, or subscribing, sharing our videos. Did you know that when there is no activity like no subscribing, no liking, no commenting, no sharing, no watching videos in full, that this is what harms your favorite YouTubers' channels? And if they got verified by ID and with no activity, then loses verification and we have to verify again. Do you know what this means and what happens? Back to only 10-minute videos. We can't share clickable links anymore, that we mention in the videos. So easy access for you to click and go to the websites shared. Among other things we lose access to, even community posts. So don't you like luxury and being able to read someone's posts? Or watch videos longer than 10 minutes and click on links? Instead of copying and pasting, then fix the spaced parts to share unclickable links. You can help us by being active on our channels. Ever wonder why your favorite YouTubers disappeared? Well, if we don't have your love and support, we won't be able to create content that some of you like. Being mindful of others helps others, is kind and being a loving soul. So if you want more of our content, please help us. Stay subscribed or subscribe, like, share, comment, join in on community post. So if you want more of our content, please help us. Stay subscribed or subscribe, like, share, comment, join in on community post. We all have a story and reason why we create content. We were sharing something of value that some do resonate with. Please help your favorite YouTubers, including us too. We sincerely, with deepest heartfelt grateful appreciation for all of your love and support when you are able, even for other YouTubers. But before that, I want to wish you and your loved ones dreams, goals, desires, prayer intents, prayers, etc. to come to fruition with ease and grace. And I am sending you energy healing with love and light. And thanks for helping my channel and others' channels grow loves. Next up is the video's content that this video is about. Once you stop seeing this intro, that means we got enough activity to keep this channel going. Let's aim to stop this intro with me, please. You're helping me with educational videos or encouraging, inspiring, dreamy, enchanting stories and songs and more videos. Like autism, energy healing, spiritual coaching, human enlightenment, mediumship, mentorship, gardening, cooking, etc. Lots that I do. Each channel is different, and I have playlists for each channels, if our channels do go. If you like our content, follow our X accounts or my Soundcloud account, found on our channel's description page. Much love all. Get ready, here we go. Here's the video.
Hey loves, I am back. And I got my beautiful modeling hair. Nah, I just threw it together. It don't matter because, you know, where am I going? What am I doing? I'm just making a video, so I don't have to worry. Okay, so back to the cards. Well, not back to the cards. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of this, stop it for a little bit. I got a few things I got to do real quick, then I'll come back, and then I'll probably finish up the reading. Unless we can get this done pretty quickly. I don't know. We'll see how quick it goes. So, like I said, basically what you would do is you would get the question, think about it, or let your guides guide you, or however you do yours, however you feel comfortable and how you want to do yours. And go ahead and get them now. And then, of course, before I reveal each answer, if you don't feel like you have, your answer yet, or your question yet, your guidance or whatever, then just go ahead and pause the video. And then, so that way, because I used to sit there and it's like, you're not thinking when you're recording this, you're just like, okay, I'll wait a little bit, and then, but the person will pause it and then they'll be like, okay, come back. And it's like, I'm just in here waiting still. And so it's kind of like, let's just keep it going, pause it when you need. And then, okay, I haven't done this yet. I haven't used this deck yet. So this is going to be new to me. So I'm going to be basically figuring this out with y'all. So let's just get into it. First one is going to be what it could be pertaining to, or what is trying to get your attention. And then the second deck that I'm going to be pulling, well, not second deck, but the second cards. I put that on my face too, so it's going to make my eyes all blurry, and I'm going to be doing some wiping again. I can tell. The second one basically is going to be the archangel or angel, something like that, that is either working on the situation or working with you, or is a part of it in some sort of way. And then the angel number that can go with it. Now, whether that's just maybe your angel number, your numerology number, your any kind of type of number that you associate it with, let them guide you to what it means. And then, that's your answers. It could be literally that goes with this reading. So let's say, we get the card, and then we get the angel, and then we get the angel number, and just nothing happens. You're just like, well, okay. Whether it's the message of it, or it could be a sign, synchronicity, or whatever, whenever the time comes, that you need to either start paying attention when you see that number, or close to numbers, or things like that, because it could be getting your attention to be like, okay, now your answer's fixing to be revealed, or it's being revealed soon now, or was revealed. Just pay attention and just kind of let your guides, or who you work with and all that, guide you the answers and all that. Okay. And then I'll pull probably one or up to a few cards from my deck. Let me do this. And maybe that'll help give a little extra insights or something too. We'll see. So I'm going to do one at a time, one message at a time. Now, maybe all these messages apply to you. Maybe only two of them. Maybe, just again, go with, your intuition and everything. Okay. And I'll reveal them in a second. I am just... Yeah, this one feels like two angels that I need to pull from. Okay. And... I'm just trying to feel into where... Okay. And then with mine... We'll do it this way. Make sure. Okay, so I need to flip them. All right. Let's see. Is it one or maybe those two? So three, and that's it. All right, so let's see how this goes, because this is my first time to basically do this. All right. Trying to kind of move some things so I have a little room here. Okay. All right, if you're not ready, pause it, but if you are, here we go. All right, so the message, or whatever the meaning is for you, is be patient with yourself. There's two archangels or angels or such and such working on this, so let's see what they are. Okay. So dominions. Dominions are the fourth order of angels and are known to govern over nations and administer justice, watching over the lower fraction of angels. They are commonly depicted as holding the seal of God in their left hand and a golden staff in their right. Virtues. Known as the brilliant ones or shining ones, virtues are the fifth order of the angels and serve as guides to those struggling with their sense of faith. Virtues provide encouragement and bring miracles and blessings to those in need. And I know this one usually means change, 555. Brings a message of prosperity and wealth. Well, that too. Open up to all of the abundance the universe wishes to bestow upon you, and know that your angels are reaching out to you, showering you with their blessings and support. So in their version, it's more financial and that kind of stuff. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, and then this is from, pulled 3 from my deck that I created. Okay, so dragons, dragonflies, mysteries, into the unknown. It's hard to see. I wish I would have. I didn't know it's my first time to make my own deck, so, but it's okay. I'm slowly learning and I'm slowly getting things done. Anyways. Okay, study, create, educate, and wisdom. It's got an owl with a bookie, but it's going to be hard to see the owl and the bookie and candles in the trees. Cleansing, transmuting, purification, and violet flame. And it's got the phoenix bird too. So, most of it, I feel that you already know the answers, but as far as like anything extra or any kind of confirmation, pretty much straightforward. The only thing would be probably like the dragons, the dragonflies, the mysteries, and into the unknown. And so that would pretty much be kind of like maybe there's a little bit of fear or anxiety or something around something that whatever is causing the fear and anxiety for you. I was feeling into something, but it was just like, no, it's more so let them know, because it's a kind of a collective consciousness. So this kind of applies to as many people as possible. So it's kind of like I can say certain things and then it's going to apply to some or one, or, you know. But also dragons are working with you, and dragonflies would be your sign as well. So if you're not here on this side of the world, America and all that, then you're probably on the other, and you probably will be able to see dragonflies over there, but not over here yet. They would be kind of soonish, depending on the temperatures and stuff. But anyway, or by the time you watch this, you know, maybe it is, you know, springtime or whatever for you. But I'm just trying to think. But yeah, that would be that. Even if you just see dragonflies like on a notepad or somebody's screensaver or whatever, or you just love dragonflies, you know, maybe it's just an extra confirmation to let you know or remind you that if you do feel that anxiety and fear or what it is, that if you see that, then maybe that'll be like your reminder to be like, it's okay, just calm down, breathe, and you know, do some breathing and stuff, do whatever methods you want to do, meditation, prayer, whatever is your comfort, and you know, do what you got to do, and then come back at a later time to whatever, you know, the situation is. But also the study, create, educate, and wisdom is kind of like whatever topic or topics that either you're looking into or going through, or whatever the meaning is right now for you. There's some valuable, whether it's a lesson or something to learn from it, or it could also be something that you need to improve for your career, or like learn into something new, study, you know, like enhance what it is that you do professionally or going to do professionally. And so either or it could even be both. It could be you're trying to enhance your career on top of you're learning through something right now. You know, things are teaching you stuff right now. So don't keep yourself basically like kind of locked in like a box or anything. Just kind of expand your mind, expand your heart, and just let the lesson happen and learn, whether it's good, in between, bad, whatever it is, it's a lesson. And it's going to teach something valuable from it, basically. But the cleansing, transmuting, purification, and violet flame would be whatever situation that stands out to you right now that you're thinking of when I mentioned that. That would be what would be needing the cleansing, transmuting, purification, and violet flame. It could be just cleansing, or it could be just transmuting that is needed. It could be just purification. It could be just violet flame. You know, whichever it is, that's what it is for you at this time or when it comes up. Yep. I think that's pretty much it for that message. We are now going to go into the next one. I'm just putting these up real quick just to kind of. So if you have another question or whatever it is that you need, go ahead and start working on it right now while I'm doing. Here we go again. Another round. So just work on that. Okay. Let's see. And trying to keep it in the, oh goodness. Okay. I didn't see all that. So there's 5. This one I thought was 2, but it was 3. And then that. And I don't have to matter. It don't matter for me for that one, which way that goes. Okay. Here we go. All right. So